The Callier Center for Communication Disorders is one of a select few centers in the nation that conducts research, trains students, and treats children and adults with communication disorders all within one organization. There's very few like it. Our unique combination of treatment, training, and research positions Callier at the forefront of knowledge and technology so that we may lead and determine the best treatment practices today, while influencing tomorrow's clinicians and making discoveries that advance treatment outcomes in the future. It's an exciting time at the Callier Center right now. We are not only a leader in the field of communication disorders, but the heart of Callier beats to our mission of service, ensuring that all children and adults have the ability to hear and speak, so they may communicate and connect with the ones they love. Because of your generosity, every single person in this room, we were able to give the gift of speech, language, and hearing to children and adults who otherwise could not afford it. Now, another very exciting thing this year that I haven't been able to announce in the past. At last year's luncheon, if you recall, I talked about, or I highlighted the opening of the Callier Center Expansion on the UTD campus. That was a very exciting year, opening that up. The 50,000 square foot addition is an important development for the future of the Callier Center and the School of Behavioral and Brain Sciences. Inside the entrance to the building are two wings that are dedicated to the treatment of our patients and the clinical training of our graduate students. So today, it's my pleasure to unveil the naming of two clinical wings. The clinical wing in which audiology services are administered, as well as the adult speech and language services, will be named the Altshuler Wing. Ruth and Ken have been instrumental in the growth of the Callier Center, not only in its physical expansion, but also in its identity in the community. I want to thank Ruth and Ken for their advocacy, their generous support, and most important, their friendship. Ken's with us today. Ken, would you stand up? Thank you very much. Now, that's only part of my excitement. The other part of my excitement is on the other side of the lobby, a different wing. This clinical wing is where we do speech and language therapy for kids. And this clinical wing is going to be called the Meadows Foundation Wing. Al Meadows invested in the Callier Center in the early days of its formation, and the Meadows Foundation followed his lead. The Meadows Foundation has furthered the Callier Center's mission of treatment, training, and research through its support of Callier's expansion in Dallas and also at the UTD campus. So please join me in recognizing the Meadows Foundation for their generous contributions, and I couldn't think of an organization and a family that should be together in our building. So we're just so glad they're going to be next to each other, the Meadows Foundation Wing and the Altshuler Wing.